to Market Outlook and I am Ansu Saul. These are the top headlines. Indices end down 0.5%, oil and gas, IT companies worst hit. Highest volume were recorded yesterday. PC Jewelry listed at a margin premium. PM terms 5-year growth target of 8% ambitious. Ratan Tata to retire today. Indices end down 0.5%. Domestic stock indices ended around 0.5% down yesterday due to the selling pressure in the last half an hour of trade. Shares of oil and gas, IT, metal and fast-moving consumer goods companies were the worst hit. Nifty went below the 5900 points mark but managed to stay above the support of 5840 points. Provisionally, the index ended at 5870 points, down 35 points or 0.6% from Wednesday. Census closed at 19337 points, down 0.4%. Shares of index majors like ITC, TCS, M&M, Jindal Steel and Power and BHEL fell 1 to 2%. Stocks of most frontline banks gained due to an overall of long positions to the January derivative series from the December series. Shares of Bank of Baroda, State Bank of India and Axis Bank were up 0.5 to 0.9%. Highest volume were recorded yesterday. Volumes were the talk of yesterday with highest ever volume recorded, with total turnover at Rs 4.15 lakh crore. PC Jewelry listed at a margin premium. PC Jewelry shares, which listed yesterday at a small premium to the issue price of 135 rupees a share, however, it ended up by 10.5% gain. Prime Minister terms 5-year growth target of 8% ambitious. India's GDP growth has languished below 6% for a straight 3 quarters, a far cry from the near double-digit pace of expansion before the 2008 global financial downturn. Economic growth for the financial year ending in March is expected to be 5.7 to 5.9%. India is lowest since 2002-2003. Describing the current economic situation as a difficult one, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh hinted at a tough decision like hiking energy prices and reduction of subsidies by January to achieve the growth target of 8% in the 12th 5-year plan. Because of all this chaos, we saw profit booking yesterday in state-owned oil companies. Ratan Tata to retire today, Cyrus to succeed him. Ratan Tata, who led the transformation of Tata Group from a conventional corporate house into a $100 billion global conglomerate with high-profile acquisition abroad, will retire today, ending a 50-year run in one of India's oldest business empires. Marking a generational change, Tata, who turned 75, will hand over the reins of the group to 44-year-old Cyrus Mistry, who was chosen his successor last year and formally appointed chairman earlier this month. Stocks to look out for. Domestic stock indices are likely to open flat amid mixed overseas cues as investors remain nervous about talks between US Democrats and Republicans to carve out a budget deal yielding result before the December 31st deadline. Bharti Infratel to list shares today. Bharti Airtel shares rose 0.4% yesterday ahead of the listing of the company's arm, Bharti Infratel today. Bharti Infratel, a subsidiary of country's largest telecom operator, Bharti Airtel, is going to list its equity shares on the exchanges today. The company has fixed issues price at Rs 220 for qualified institutional and non-institutional investors, while the price for retail investors is Rs 210. Cholamandalam Investment Board has approved raising up to 3 billion rupees through private placement or qualified institutional placement. Maruti Suzuki is considering setting up its first overseas assembly plant in Africa as it seeks to revive cladding export. Union Bank of India Board has approved raising equity capital through preferential issues, qualified institutional placements or right issue. Reliance Industries and Leela Venture have denied reports they have entered into a definite agreement with regard to the latest business deal in Chennai. Today's Nifty. Daily chart of Nifty Spot is showing that index again has entered a trading range with 59.35 on the upper side and 58.20 on the lower side. Any break out above or below the range can spark a move. Momentum indicators are near the oversold region. Today, index has got resistance at 58.90 and 59.30. Support is placed at 58.50 and 58.20. Turning to global, physical cliff deadline is few days away. President Barack Obama and members of Congress cut short their Christmas holidays in a last attempt to cut physical cliff. US will need an extraordinary method to avoid hitting 16 trillion debt limit on December 31st. And that's all for today.